Changings are taking place, certainly. In the beginning, the response were kind of hesitant. There is a hesitation in the Muslim community, and especially when we talk about Jewish-Muslim dialogue. I still remember once when I announced to the people that we are going to visit the synagogue to have dialogue with them, and someone came to me and said, "Do you think they are going to accept you respectfully?" I said, "Yes, why not?" They said, "Because they are chosen people. You know, they have the concept of chosenness, means they are the best, they are." So and then I reminded these Muslims that, don't you believe that you're also khair ummah, that you're the best nations? So if these people think that they are the chosen, you can place yourself as the khair, as the best. So you don't have to feel down simply because people see themselves better. You know, it is about how to engage, and even sometimes competition is needed, positive competition. So I say I'm going with dignity. I'm going to visit them with respect and good intention and positive thinking. So I'm going, and in the beginning I have just like 10 people came with me, but the following year I have like 30 people came with me. The next year, not only did they want to come, even they ask when. Again, we are going to visit the synagogue. So changes are taking place in the Muslim community. Always we have some exception. There are some radicals, there are some extremists, and we have to acknowledge the existence of tendencies of radicalism within the Muslim community for many reasons. There are 4 reasons that I used to mention. Number 1 is political reason. You know, because every time that we talk about interfaith and especially Jewish-Muslim dialogue, the Muslims and the Jewish mind is about politics. There's Palestinians and Israelis issue. Certainly religious sentiments involved in that. But it is a 2-state issues, a 2 nations issues. And we Muslims and Jews must help them. But not every single issue that we have in between must be hijacked by that particular issue. There's a lot of commonalities that we can work together. There's political things. Number 2 is misreading the history. Means that always Muslims, when you see the Jews, they hate us. Why? Because they wanted to kill the Prophet in Medina. The Jews also. Or they expelled the Jewish from Medina to Khaybar. From Khaybar. They're going to kill the Jewish in Khaybar. So now Muslims want to kill us also. So this is misreading history. We forgot that throughout the history of Muslims and Jews, there are times where we are on honeymoon. And I think that must be repeated again in Spain, for example, where Muslims and Jews live together. In fact, the Christians executed Jews, both Jews and Muslims. And when the Jewish fled Spain, they went to the Muslims countries such as North Africa. And so this historical fact and reality must be returned and must be taken back, not the bad one. Because if we are hijacked by the bad part of the history, nothing but tension and anger and conflict and emotion. So I think we need to change the way we read history. Number 3, certainly media involved. Media tend not to educate our communities. Why? When something bad happens, that's what you expose, or the media expose. But when something good happens, we don't see that in the media. So media always expose the negative side of the community, the negative side of the Jews, the negative side of the Muslims, and that's why tensions happen between themselves. But certainly why some Muslims tend to be radicalized, because of the misunderstanding or understanding out of context of our holy books. So the Holy Quran says, "Lan tarda anka al-yahudu wala nasara hatta tattabi'a millatahum." The Jews and Christians will never be pleased with you until you follow the religion. So never, the word never, lan in Arabic means never. And so they say, never. Even if you're engaging in dialogue, they will never be pleased with you. So I told them, why you don't study the historical context and the social or political context of this particular verse of the Holy Quran? And you will find that this verse was addressing a particular group of people in Medina, particular context where there is a tension between Jews and Christians at the time. But in time that there is a harmony, there's a peace, there's a dialogue, why you are sticking to this, not other verse, that the Holy Quran respect children of Israel. The Holy Quran call them Ahlul Kitab, people of the book. Why you are sticking only to this one? The extremists, for example, use the Holy Quran. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu la tattakhidul yahuda wa nasara awliya. Or believers, do not take Jews and Christians as awliya. And normally translated as friends. So it means we cannot be friends with them. They don't understand the meaning of wali, wilayat in Arabic language. And it means guardianship. It means protector, someone to protect you, someone to say to you, do or don't do. That is simply unacceptable. But if the Jewish friend extended their hands to shake hands with and say, let's be friends, what's wrong with that? So my point is that it's really, really a challenge to change the mindset. It's a challenge to change the perception. But this is the purpose of dialogue here. And we take that responsibility to change it. And I have seen the sign of changes that are taking place in the Muslim community.